Hello everybody, welcome back to another Hot Wheels collector video. Today we are looking at the Hot Wheels mainline Cadillac ATS-V R from 2016. This is a really nice one. I really am fond of this one. Obviously it's another racing car. As you've probably seen, I've done two racing cars in a row now. So this is this car and the C8R, because I just felt these two are really awesome cars, and releasing the video at a very similar time, I don't know, maybe you'll enjoy them, I don't know. Anyways, I don't really have much to tell you about this one, other than I found it very late on. So I literally found it recently, like late last year, in another one of those bargain shops, but this time it wasn't a B&M, it was a Bargain Bags. I'd never heard of them before, but this was the first car I bought from them. Apparently they're owned by Pound Stretcher. I had no idea they even existed until there was one nearby, so I popped in and they actually did have Hot Wheels. They haven't restocked it in months, mind you. I'm guessing Pound Stretchers haven't either, but yeah, I mean, this is a really solid one from, I believe, like A or B case of 2022, so it's not a new one, but it's a really nice one. So if they do re-release this in a similar kind of detail, I would definitely pick it up. But anyways, zooming on in to the smaller details on this car, you can see a lot going on here. We have that huge spoiler, which is accurate to the real life one, but what's more interesting is all the side tempo work. Before we actually get to that though, I want to point out that these are grey rims, as you can probably see, and they are 10 spokes. I personally think these are the best wheels Hot Wheels make, and the reason for that is they just work on every single car. I mean, you can slap them on pretty much anything and they'll go. Other wheels, not so much, although the new 3 spokes probably will go with a lot of cars as well, but the larger version of them, like we've seen on the almost tuned looking Dodge Viper, look a bit stupid, but the small version does look really nice. And it doesn't look bad on some JDM stuff, but that's irrelevant. Let's take a look at the tempo work on this car. So as you can see, it's kind of like a grey, silver and black kind of theme here. And it's kind of like blotchy, and it's really nice. It's kind of modern looking. We also have an exhaust pipe hole, which is obviously not tempoed. We also have Cadillac writing twice, so we have it just like writing in normal, and we also have like a signature type Cadillac logo there as well. I say a logo, it's literally just the brand name scribbled really, but it does really look nice, and it really goes with the car, so I can't fault that. We also have the number 2 as well as GT underneath it, and above it we have Hot Wheels. All that's obviously to do with like the racing and all that type of stuff. Taking a look at the front, this is a really nice area of the car. I think it's very highly detailed, and honestly it looks phenomenal. So firstly, let's talk about the tempo work. It is fully tempoed from the grille, so we have like a silver outline to the grille, which is obviously meant to represent the chrome grille in real life. The grille is then tempoed black, and then a Cadillac badge is put on top of the black tempo, and it all works together very nicely. I think that's awesome looking. The headlights are created using the window plastic, as we've seen on a lot of modern Hot Wheels, and I think it's an awesome way to add extra detail to a car without costing Hot Wheels any more money, or Mattel any more money, I should really say. The front splitter, which you can see here, as well as the grille, is created using the bottom plastic. This is almost a very dark grey, but it's more close to black than the previous car I reviewed, which is the C8R. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to check that one out. Shameless plug there. Anyways, moving on to the side here. This is the same as the previous, so I'm not going to bore you. It also does have an exhaust there, as you can see. Here is the rear of the car. Firstly, this has a diffuser, which is also created using the bottom plastic, which is a very dark grey. It looks more grey from the back than the front, but it is a dark grey. But it's very close to being black. It just doesn't look it on the camera. It looks more grey than black. But the back doesn't sadly have any details, so no tempo work, but you could easily add your details on yourself. So they've carved out the rear lights. the license plate holder, and even the badge. So you could literally add all that detail yourself if you really wanted to. And it probably wouldn't take much, and you can actually do it with Sharpies. I've seen people doing it on YouTube Shorts, and it's really interesting how they do it, and it's tempting to do, to be honest, on some of these cars. And let's take a look at the top of the car now. So I'll spin it around and then we'll look up here. So obviously there's that giant wing which looks phenomenally done. It's really, really just amazing. It's humongous. It's almost as wide as the car. In fact, it might be even wider. Let's have a look. It's pretty much the exact same width as the arches, so the wide body arches on the back of the car. So that's wild. An interesting thing to talk about here whilst we're up here is the rear window is specially detailed, so it has not got tampos, but it has like drill holes all the way around it to make it look like a racing rear window. It really does add that extra level of detail, in my opinion. It just looks great. The front window doesn't appear to have that detailing. No, it does not have that detailing. I had to check there because I didn't really know it. It looked like it on the camera, and I knew it didn't, but I just double checked. No, it does not have that, and neither do the sides. It does have a tiny little aerial on the top of the car, as you can see there. It's not very big compared to other cars that Hot Wheels have created. On the hood, we also have this giant hood vent, which obviously provides air to the engine for cooling, and obviously it's needed in most race cars because they're all pretty high horsepower cars with very, very high demands of cooling. Anyways, now it's actually time for me to give this a score and my overall thoughts on the car. So what do I score on this car? Out of 10, it's going to be a solid 8 out of 10. Love this car. Looks phenomenal. The colour is awesome as well. I failed to mention it is metallic. It's a metallic, almost cabinet red. It's really, really nice. This, I don't think, could be done any better, if I'm entirely honest, by Hot Wheels. I'd love to see what they're going to do with this casting in the future. Hopefully it doesn't go downhill, but I mean, you can't really go uphill from this one. It's just great. And yeah, that's really it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like. If you're new, subscribe. If you've got any friends or family that might be interested in the video, make sure to share it to them. If you do that, if you don't share it to people usually, don't share it. That's totally fine. And yeah, also share it in any groups that you might be in as well. So that might be on Facebook or Discord or whatever you're in. Anyways, that is it for this video. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye everyone.